So drought update was
Yeah.
see the cows. What do you haven't been up for a little while?
Yeah.
What are you thinking the condition of them's like? And
I guess driving up to the farm anyway, Joseph and I both mentioned how grey the landscape looked and almost like how it just felt a bit different.
yeah,
Pretty dismal and sad.
yeah,
Getting here, seeing the cows, you feel bad, like hopeless in a way.
yeah,
Can't help them. Like, I've been talking to you earlier, like, what can we do? How can we do love grass? Is there inventions for this? Just because it's horrible seeing any
Yeah.
animal like that.
yeah. It is, yeah. And hay right now is really hard to get, and it's very expensive. If you can get it, I've been pricing it up coming from the Victorian border, New South Wales Victorian border. It costs $8,500 by truck to get it here. Which and that's for 46 bales, so it just makes it completely unviable.
Yeah, half of me thinks it's like, oh, do you just buy a truck and then go do the trip yourself, or like, what else can you do?
Yeah,
Except from, feed them. Is it a few bales a day?
yeah. Well, 2 bales a day. So I dropped 2 bales off yesterday, and you don't even know where they've been, and it's not enough for them at the moment. But we've got to ration it out. So I think we worked out last night we've got 6 days worth of hay left.
Yeah, and that's hard.
Yeah.
We signed up to buy a bale and a few other things, just trying to do what you can do. But it's I don't know. You're almost like at a roadblock, hey?
Yeah, yeah. It's really
and it doesn't feel like it's getting better.
No. Well, so we had 22 mil of rain last week, which which was exciting, and then we had 5 mil again on Friday night. But as it just doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, and you kind of look around and like, oh, there's so much grass, but that's all love grass and edible. So
yeah. Well, you see, like this is some people say, oh, don't get rid of love grass because at least you got some grass, but they were literally starving, and we've got all of this love grass sort of standing here. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. So I don't know to be honest with you, what the plan of attack is. We can buy hay locally. It's gone to about $250 a bale for stuff that you'd expect to pay around $50 for normally.
Yeah.
But you're backed into a corner. Other than the fact that the money runs out. So what do you do now? We're in a better position than most because we've got money from off farm.
Yeah.
Coming in to support it. But that's not never ending.
Yeah.
And puts a lot of pressure on everything, family, the other business and everything else. So it's shit. We just need it to rain more.
Also, the herd's growing.
Yeah.
Like day by day, we're getting more calves.
Well, I think that's a good point. Yeah, that's right. So the mothers are also feeding their calves now. But the drought is the worst possible scenario for a farmer because if we were to sell the cows now, you get next to nothing for them, and they literally just go to the meatworks because everyone's selling cows, not buying them, breeders. So we've got a lot of generations of genetics here. We're sort of working to a plan, trying to get everything advancing year on year. So you sell all your cows, you get the heads cut off, you just literally start again. So which is something that I'm trying to avoid, but you can't avoid that at any cost. They'll literally sort of sit and starve in the paddock. And I was told we had the scanner in earlier in the week, and he comes from Coonabarabran, which is sort of central New South Wales, and there's nothing there. They've run out of water. He's borrowing water from his neighbour's place and all that. So it's just so widespread, which I think is a problem.
Yeah. And what do? It's like everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm liking the city influence over this drought now. It's getting a lot of media coverage. There's a lot of charities that are buying a bale. But the scanner was saying he's now competing with the buy a bale people to get feed for his cattle, which is it's also pushing the price up for that. So it's fantastic that farmers are getting help, and it's sort of there's only a certain amount of hay to go around.
Yeah.
And we're still exporting hay. I heard on Macca this morning on the ABC show that there's people calling in now saying, can we please ask the Australian government to stop exporting it? We kind of need it here.
Yeah. Well, at least put that on hold until we've got, our animals under control and in good condition again.
Yeah. And what we're also seeing, the market forces, supply and demand. You would have learned about it in your business course. There's no denying it. When there's a shortage of something, the price goes up.
Yeah.
But we're talking going up 5, 6, 7 times the price. And the local suppliers that we would normally get it off, they've been out of hay for a long time. Then we go to the local hay supply, they don't have any hay. So anyway, that's the hay scenario. If we get more rain, we need rain now. It's about the follow-up, and we can start to see the beginning of new shoots in the paddock, and now we need water to keep that going. If another 2 weeks of dry, all of that dies, you lose the seed bed again. So it's not getting any better. Only a massive rain event of a couple of inches is going to sort of change the fortunes.
And ongoing consistently.
Yeah. So we need the summer season to be good.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everyone does a rain dance.
Yeah. Well, your rain dance worked the other day.
Yeah, did it.
So we'll put you to work again later.
Yeah, Joseph and I actually did one on the way up as well, because Joseph even said, he was like, I just want to turn around, this is so sad.
Yeah.
I was like, well, at least, we're fortunate enough to get to experience it firsthand and, bring it top of mind. I know a lot of people in Brisbane, like my age and stuff now, are thinking about it as well, whereas prior to that, probably not a thought would have gone into, Australian farmers or animals.
No, I agree with you. It's fantastic, and even on my Facebook page, there's certainly a lot of sympathy there, and there's awareness. That's probably the biggest thing. It's just that there's awareness for it.
And if people are thinking about how can they help, I guess it's like, if you can't bring rain, at least you can buy a bale.
Yeah.
It's like we need hay and water. That's it.
That's right. Yeah, and I guess you can localise that a bit. Like you'd hate to think that the people of Stanthorpe and Warwick and Dalby and all of those other places are donating, and then the money's being spent elsewhere. It'd be good if we could sort of localise it, so that, because certainly the communities of Warwick and Stanthorpe rely on the farmers. We, as a farmer, we spend all of our money locally. Whatever we make really gets spent locally. So it'd be good if we could actually, the Stanthorpe and Warwick and local Southern Downs community could actually help the farmers out in that community. I think that would be a really good move.
Well, I definitely feel for the farmers, especially if this is their sole income and trade. I mean, we are lucky enough that there is a bit of money that you can tap into through other sources, but if you didn't have that, it'd be like,
I don't know what I'd do.
I think
really
the cows
Yeah, it'd be all over for this Clunes Crossing cow herd. And amongst others, like, Lode Creek, our partner in the sale, is going through the same time as well. Everywhere the property we're on now, which is where we adjust the cattle, out of feed has been for a few months. He's got the same problem. He's kind enough to leave us here, and everyone's got their fingers crossed for rain. So yeah. So anyway, that's a Drought update. Sorry to be so doom and gloom, but that's just how it is right now. In the good times, we'll document the good times, but now we've got to document what we're going through right now.
Happy Father's Day anyway.
Yeah, thanks.